Okay, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson, California. Today, we start the new season with an AFC West Division battle right out of the gate between the Oakland Raiders and our home team. Here's the former Auburn kicker, Daniel Carlson, to get this one started. And we are underway in Southern California. Fielded about a yard deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Ready? 90, Wolf.
Right there, 56. Switch up.
They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. From the gun, Turner. Caught by Allen. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9.
Smooth.
56 to Mike, boy, 56.
Shane, lock it.
I'm coming.
To throw is Turner. From the gun, he'll throw. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked up by Gary and Conley. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Allen, the intended receiver. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You got to let that.
First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Now Carr. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play. On first down, Lincoln. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 12 yards that time at an Oakland first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Throwing now is Carr. He's airing it out for Williams. That's going to be caught. And finally out of bounds, just a few yards short of the goal line at the 3. A big play that time for the Raiders. 44 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll look to run with Ingram. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. A 3-yard touchdown run. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Sets up the screen to Gordon. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Back to throw. Turner. That's complete. It's Gordon. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Ready, go. Snap.
They run him here with Gordon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game. And that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Looking to throw. Turner finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. Now the second-year kicker, Michael Badgley. He hit from 59 as a rookie. This will be spotted just shy of midfield. A 59-yard attempt. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. Badgley hit from 59 in his rookie season. This one not quite as long, but he shows off that big leg by hitting another from distance. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. The run there on 1st down, going to get him 5 up to the 30. Tackle made there by the safety, Derwin James.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
At the 30-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Hey, we're good, we're good. 180.
From the gun, it's a run for Ingram. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Carr. Well, this is caught by Williams. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Out of the gun, they give to Ingram. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the Chargers' 44-yard line.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Throwing on 2nd down. Carr, he's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this 1st quarter. The Raiders with the football here to begin quarter number 2. They're in the midst of a nice drive, but facing a 3rd and long here.
Mike, 57. Oh, here we go. Oh. 57.
Shotgun now for Carr. Got a man. It's complete. Williams. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 3rd catch of this 1st half for him, and this one is a 1st down. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Switch.
Weapon.
57, Mike 57. It's our time.
Carr going to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest, you can draft the most athletic guys, but if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on third. To throw is Carr. They go screen. This is Ingram. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. Well contained there defensively. The screen gets only a yard, and it's fourth. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
The Charger drive about to get going. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Now they run from the gun with Gordon. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Turner now from the gun on 3rd down. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he brings this up to the 46, good enough for the first. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Ready, set.
Mike, 56, right there, 56. Come to my world. We want it. Come to my world.
Let go.
Now Turner throwing on 1st down. Across the formation, he's got a man. That's Allen. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a 1st down.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Come on.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
56 to Mike. 56 is the Mike. Watch QB drop.
And here's Turner operating from the gun. He's going to, and this is caught inside the 5. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. In for the score. And the Chargers have taken the lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Now, they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. After the penalty, it's Ingram. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here we go, 50, Mike 50.
On 2nd and 9, Carr. And he slings one that's incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Working from the gun, it's Carr. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A Raider first down, 17 yards.
And the Raider first down.
Carr now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. On the tackle, it was the West Virginia man, Kaiser White.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Carr completes it, and he'll get it down here to the 43. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll make it 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
He's got it to Ingram, complete. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now it's Ingram. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
On 2nd and 11 now. Carr. That's caught. It's Coleman. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Got his man. That's Tyrell Williams. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A 16-yard touchdown. And once again, the Raiders are back out in front.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Marty looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is now 14-10.
Raiders 14, Chargers 10. Daniel Carlson to kick off for the Raiders.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Charger drive about to get going. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, we're good, we're good. 180.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick, and his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Now Gordon, a short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off, and try and chip someone at the second level.
Turner looking to throw on second down. Flush to his right, and that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. To throw is Turner. From the gun, he'll throw. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
After the made field goal, Badgley back out there for the kickoff. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that? Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
57.
To throw, it's Carr. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. The former number 3 pick, Joey Bosa, bringing the lumber that time. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And indeed, that's what they'll do as they run it here. He's got room to run past the 20 as he'll take this up to the 22-yard line. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to 4th down. Here's the Raiders punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. So a big break. The roughing the kicker called on 4th down leads to 1st and 10.
He's checking. Ready, one. Go.
Carr now to throw. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. It's caught by Coleman. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Complete to Corey Coleman. A 7-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Mike 57. He can't hang.
Operating from the gun. Carr. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Here's the Raiders punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
I'm coming for you. 56.
From the gun, Turner looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 16 yards is the pickup there at a 1st down for L.A.
Good track. Slam. 6-6, pull it high.
Go.
Ready.
A quick throw there out to Williams. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 32-yard line.
Set. 60 outlaw. Hey, Charlie. Hey.
56.
Fair.
I'm coming, baby. Woo! Switch.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Turner going deep here for Allen. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Turner now, operating from the gun. He's got his man. It's Williams. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 41-yard line. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Check 50.
Topper! Let's go.
Now Turner on 1st and 10. Gets it to Gordon. And he's taken down inside the 30. Give him 12 yards there, and the Chargers have a first down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Man, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Samson Ebukam. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
X3, 218, chop.
Back to throw. Turner. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now in Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the fourth quarter of play. The Chargers on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
Watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen. 56, Mike, 56, right there, 56. Here we go,
And here's Turner. From the gun, he'll throw. Open man is Gordon, complete. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a first down. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the third down conversion. Some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. Back to the ground now with Gordon. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. There to make the tackle, Samson Ebukam.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Hey, orbit.
56 to Mike, boys, 56. Check 56. I'm coming. Tight dog.
Get it.
This is Gordon as they go to him again. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. The Chargers on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Hey, Haywood.
56, Mike, 56, right there, 56. Ricky.
Recon, 132 fighter. Snap.
They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. Badgley able to punch this one through. And with that, they will move ahead by 2 here in the 4th. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with a game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
You're mine.
To throw again. Carr throwing deep here for Coleman. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 33.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10.
Smooth. 56 the mic. 56 is the mic. Rip right, rip right. 56.
Looking to throw. Turner. He's going to let it go end zone for Allen. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Well, they get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine.
56 is the mic.
Turner from the gun on 3rd down. He's got him in. It's Williams. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. It's a gain of 11 and a 1st down, L.A.
Hit it. 56. Shot 56. All day, dog.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Shit. 22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber. Hey, exit. Fire.
To throw is Turner on 1st down. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. From 21 yards away. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes this a 9-point game. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
On 2nd and inches, Carr. This will be caught. Tyrell Williams. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
1st down, Raiders.
61, matchbox lights.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 46-yard line.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 2nd down and 4. Carr. Got his man. It's Williams. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now Carr. Dancing to his left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Now Carr. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. The open man here, Renfro. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A good pickup there of 20 yards. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Into the red zone. It's Carr. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. They'll run here with Ingram, and he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Ingram. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Well, they need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. So a field goal gets you back within a score, but they're going to go for the bigger chunk here. Kicking team on the sidelines. Offense on for 4th down. Now Carr. And that is incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And defensively, that might just seal a Week 1 victory. And there's going to be a stoppage here. The booth wants to take another look at this potential touchdown.
Intended for Foster Moreau. Incomplete. It's a turnover on down.
So they went to the booth to see if that was a touchdown, and they have decided it will not be a touchdown. 6 points off the board. The Charger drive about to get going. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down, L.A.
First down. First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason. And now I'm listening to you.